Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 13th, 2025. This is for Sagittarius. Slash shuffle. Coming out for Sagittarius, let's see what's going on. Right now, I'm seeing a fear. There's a fear in the stillness. You may feel like a calm before a storm. There are red flags. Spirit's telling you that a situation will change. You need to focus now. Let Spirit guide you in a sense by Spirit guiding you, um, by getting you to pay close attention to the communication between you and a partner. Okay, it's important that you don't communicate from a space of like, well, you did this last year and last week and yesterday. There's a fear here now. It feels like for some of you, information, gaining some wisdom, gaining some knowledge is what you're, yeah, because it looks like someone's very confused. Some of you may have decided, oh Lord, to be very happy or to find happiness in the situation that you're in. Like, even though it seems toxic, it feels like the situation is toxic, and you reevaluate the situation and go, yeah, well, no, I can find happiness in it. I can figure something out. Seven of Swords, Death, and Seven of Pentacles talks a lot about how you may be feeling like you're walking on eggshells, like you don't know what to expect in a situation. If you're dealing with a person, especially if this is a romantic connection, there are red flags, and a lot of the red flags are this person may not take any accountability. And I say that because they're telling you to stop focusing your energy on the past, because your time is too precious to waste, which means that for many of you, you are not going to get the validation, right? Of certain things, and that may be a red flag. You're trying to do right, you're trying to be on the right path, you want a partnership. You will be successful at having a partnership, because honestly, it seems like everywhere else, like you're getting all this, respect and such. But I'm seeing angel number 55 and 55 in this, and that's a clarity number. That's a number of clarity, and it speaks of how you're not a victim of something, but you benefit from this situation. You will benefit from this situation. It is important. Whatever objective you have here, no matter what it is, very important that you stop focusing on the past and deal with what's in front of you right now. Start choosing to be happy with what you've got going on right now, because you will not be in this situation for long. You've got to carry that behavior, that choice, that habit of looking at the bright side of things, no matter where you go, because you won't be here for long. You will achieve some level of success, and it won't be, for some reason, I'm seeing it not going the way that you think it will go. The success that you're looking for, the way that you're going about it may not be the way to get it. So you're going to achieve some level of success, but it's super important that you do not harp on the past. The Devil, Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Temperance tells me that there's a fear that there's a storm brewing, like something is going to erupt, something's going to happen. And a lot of this looks like toxic connections, the toxic cycle of settling and accepting an apology, uh, a complacency, right? There's something missing in this situation, and you may be afraid that if I continue to do this, right, that I'm just going to lose my zest for life kind of vibe. Transformation, Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit speaks of, it's a cycle. It speaks of you in the middle of a change, in the midst of a change. You're learning a lot more. You're gaining a lot of experience, and you're gaining a lot of wisdom. And so through this experience, you are gaining more hands-on knowledge than you would have if someone would just sit down and tell you this is what a toxic situation looks like. You now know the ins and outs of something. And I feel that you've got to say, I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. Usually when that comes out, or that's here in this energy, when you're saying that, that tells me that whatever it is that you're dealing with, not only is it going to pass, not only is it going to be done or over, or you're not going to be dealing with this for much longer, but you also don't want to carry the habits attached to it, right? There's a lot of things that we do, a lot of behaviors we adopt to deal with in situations, and they're like, let this go, let this situation go, let whatever anyone said or did go. It doesn't even matter. The whole point is that there are red flags, and you're meant to move on from those red flags and be your still be your authentic self, still be who you are, and not have this affect you and change who you are. You need to rediscover your sparkle, what made you shine in the first place, or what made you attract certain people into your life to begin with, is that you sparkled, you shined. And if I'm not kidding, Sagittarius is the one physical trait that I notice in Sagittarius is that their eyes sparkle. If you notice, it looks like they have glitter in their eyes, or like their eyes are gems. And one person in particular that I see that a lot, and I see it in Jay-Z too, when he is on stage. If you notice, his eyes reflect, and they're sparkly. But so is like Chris Rock. If you notice, if you watch his eyes are alive. If you watch his stand-up comedy, most people, it's like their eyes are kind of flat and dry looking. You don't really notice them. You notice his eyes very much. And so there's something about you being very sparkly to people, very honest, hardworking, and very talented. Okay. The Sacred Temple, Five of Wands, and the Empress. So where you're meant to be, the Sacred Temple is about being in a holy space, is about being trained. You're meant to have gone through some kind of like a trial. You were meant to triumph over something. You were meant to overcome something. You were meant to go through something that was meant to be overcome. This was your thing. You know what I mean? This is what you're supposed to go through. It feels like you're afraid that, for many of you, you may be worried about, for some of you, it's your heart. Okay. Like, I can't help, help it. I melt when this person jokes with me or when they apologize. It feels like, it's like if you're used to it, that it was meant to be when you're used to something. You know what I mean? It's like the devil I know versus all the demons that I don't know. Angels of the Four Directions, Four of Cups, and the Devil. The angels of the Four Directions are trying to open your eyes to something by keeping you still or keeping you stagnant in a situation, because they want you to see that it's time to walk away from someone or something. With the Four Cups and the Devil there again, right? The Devil here twice. They're saying that this is a situation you're supposed to walk away from, and with all the cups here, that's a walking away energy of saying, you know what, life could be so much better. It could be better than your wildest dreams, right? You you will be accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything's going to work out perfectly in the end, right? You set yourself up for success in the long run if you adapt to the shift of understanding that things are happening for you and through you and not to you. You're not a victim, right? You're learning something valuable, but you're also meant to let this go. Like, well, I mean, that's how it was, but now I understand. Now I recognize red flags. Now I know the red flags. Before, you may not have, obviously, because you wouldn't be in this situation, but now you do. That is a win, because many people, they live their entire life long not understanding certain red flags at all, and you have the benefit of knowing. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Capricorn heavily, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, another Sagittarius. And yeah, you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. You could be a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp also. And if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.